Hi guys, this is Brilliant Botany episode 7, and today I'm going to be talking about different types of inflorescences. An inflorescence is the floral structure of a plant. It can be a small group of flowers, a large cluster of flowers, there can be multiple inflorescences on one plant, or just one. Now there are a couple of terms you need to know when talking about different types of inflorescences. The first of these is Peat Uncle. The Peat Uncle is the main stem of an inflorescence. The second of these is the pedicel. This is the smaller stem that branches off of the Peat Uncle and holds a flower. Some plants have pedicels, some don't. The third of these is a bract. A bract is a modified leaf that you find only on an inflorescence. When talking about inflorescences, there are two main types, that's determinate and indeterminate. In a determinate inflorescence, the terminal bud, the lead bud at the top of the inflorescence, turns into a flower and then stops producing more buds. In an indeterminate inflorescence, the terminal bud keeps producing more flowers as the plant grows. Determinate inflorescences are called cymes. There are a lot of different derivations, but this is the basic layout. This is one option for what a cyme can look like. In the center we have a terminal bud. This represents a flower with the main stem coming down the bottom. Off the side of this flower we have a couple of bracts, the modified leaves, and coming off of this we have more lateral flowers with more lateral flowers and more bracts. Within indeterminate inflorescences, I'm going to talk about 5 general categories. The first of these categories is the raceme. Racemes are elongate inflorescences, meaning they're very tall and thin. At the top here we have the terminal bud, which keeps growing as the plant grows and producing more lateral buds, the buds off the side. In the case of a basic raceme, we have the main Peat Uncle here, and then pedicels that come off the side and hold more flowers, and have little bracts as well at the base of the pedicels. A derivation of this as a possibility is a spike. A spike is a raceme, but it doesn't have pedicels. So you have the main Peat Uncle here with the terminal bud at the end, and then you have the flowers coming right off of the Peat Uncle with their little bracts. The second category of indeterminate inflorescences is the panicle. The panicle is a compound raceme, meaning that it's a raceme but with more iterations and complexity than a basic raceme. Within that category of panicles, besides there being just a normal panicle, there's also corums and thyrses. An example of a thyrse would be a lilac inflorescence. Even though a corum is a compound raceme and racemes are tall and thin, a corum is actually flat-topped. The lower stems of the flowers, the pedicels, get longer so they reach up higher and create a flat-topped inflorescence. The third category I'm going to talk about is an umbel. You find a lot of umbels in the Apiaceae family and they look a lot like an umbrella. All of the pedicels and flowers on an umbel branch off of the same part of the main stem. It can either kind of have a rounded shape or a flat-topped shape. The fourth of these categories is the catkin, also called an ament. A catkin is a long cylindrical inflorescence with lots and lots of little flowers bunched all over it. They're usually wind-pollinated. You'll find them on hazel trees and willow trees, and they don't have any petals, or sometimes they have inconspicuous petals. The final category is a big one, and this is head inflorescences. This applies to members of the Asteraceae family. I'm actually going to do a whole separate video on asters because they have a lot of specialized terms and types that I can't cover in this video. A good example of a head inflorescence would be something like a sunflower. That's why the Asteraceae family is often called the sunflower family. On this sunflower, the center little flowers are called disc florets, the edge ones that look like petals are called ray florets, and this green stuff down here is the bracts. That's a brief intro into different types of inflorescences that you can encounter when looking at plants. There are definitely some more specialized and more complex versions that I didn't talk about because I didn't want to get too in-depth. If you're looking to learn more about inflorescences, the Wikipedia page on them is actually pretty comprehensive, and I'll put a link to that in the description. Next week I'm going to be doing a special Harry Potter themed episode of Brilliant Botany.